Hi everybody, I'm Dan Joseph with MRC-TV, and today I'm on the campus of the University of Virginia, which has been rocked by scandal in recent weeks because of rape allegations and a Rolling Stone article which has since been retracted due to poor citations and fact-checking. Today I want to get a student's perspective of what's going on here, the feelings about the Rolling Stone story, and how it's affected the mood on the campus. Well, there were these allegations of rape, and then Rolling Stone wrote a big article about it, and they were forced to retract the article due to inaccuracies. In fact, they didn't actually interview any of the other people involved.
Right.
Now, you're familiar with the name Jackie?
Yes.
What's your view? Did the fact that they retract that article change your opinion of the story? Did it keep it the same? What do you think about this?
The fact that they retracted it just showed me that they had poor journalism skills, and for me, it didn't make me believe Jackie any less.
Even if they do know something happened, no one wants to send their kids to the rape school.
Because it shows poorly on the school and on the university itself. You are Andy?
The article, yeah.
You're personally involved in this story yourself. Not personally, but you are. Your name is there.
Right.
They said that there was a culture of rape that's unusually high at this school.
And that isn't something that I am not stricken by UVA as a rape culture.
Okay.
School. Yeah.
You haven't seen it.
And I think that the article was definitely aimed at tearing down UVA more than it was at supporting Jackie.
I don't think there's a culture of rape that's particularly bad on this campus as opposed to other campuses based on what you see and based on what you do.
Not in any way.
I think that, I think the story kind of reflects on the university in a way that's just not true. I think the university is a much more, supportive place. I know personally, reflected as Andy, that's just not the depiction of me as Andy and as my friends, Cindy and Randall. That's just not who we are.
Do you think, though, that the ones who are accused deserve due process? I mean, do they deserve to be interviewed, deserve to be believed if they say that this didn't happen?
Well, I think that we need to be careful of believing them over believing the survivor.
When you go to parties here, when you do, I don't know if you've been to fraternity parties or whatever, you don't fear being sexually assaulted.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
I don't have any indication to believe that we are, the rape capital of America that we're portrayed to be in that article. And I think that, especially the portrayal of, the administration as just kind of writing off the issue, just isn't true.
Have you seen a lot of anger at Rolling Stone?
Yes.
Okay, there is a lot of anger towards the magazine about what they did.
Yeah, I've heard people are mad at them for, the fraternities are mad at them for not checking all their facts and being accused. And then, other people are mad because when they published their retraction, it seemed like they were blaming Jackie.
What's the atmosphere here? How has this affected your first semester on campus here at UVA?
Considering how many friends I have who go to other schools, it's been quite stressful. I don't feel like people necessarily understand the entire situation. They have information from different sources that might not be a whole representation of the truth.
Overall, I think it's been one of the darkest semesters here at my time.
Because I know that as soon as the article came out, people were vandalizing, the Phi-Sci house.
As I was reading it, I was I didn't question that it happened necessarily, but I wasn't taking it as fact.
Yeah, I remember we had a good discussion about this. We weren't completely sold on all the emotional arguments that the article made.
Right.
It turned out that they didn't do their due diligence when they were trying, getting both sides of the story. Aren't you a little upset about that? That Rolling Stone did that? Okay.
Absolutely.
They also kind of implied in that story that there was sort of an epidemic of sexual assaults on this campus in particular. Based on what you've seen, do you believe that?
As far as what I've seen, no. I mean, I go out most weekends, or at least when it was warmer, and I never saw anything that led me to suspect that any of that happened.
As a proud UVA student, doesn't it upset you a little bit that Rolling Stone would go ahead with that article and make UVA look pretty bad without giving all the facts out and without doing due diligence when it came to getting both sides of the story?
Yeah, I would say yes.
Easy fact checks, was the guy in Phi-Sci working at the pool at that time, that could have prevented, whatever happened to their, house, to their brotherhood, where the truth is so murky. I think that they should have done a better job.
And you're not concerned when you go out that you're going to get sexually assaulted or anything like that?
I'm not, because I surround myself with the right people.
Do you fear, if you go to a party or something, or you go on campus somewhere at night, do you have a fear of being sexually assaulted?
I personally don't, because
you're always with her.
I would say that people have kind of put a little split through our community, which is sad.
I think so. I think it's demotivating, and it brings everyone down. And the damage that the article did, I don't really think that it could be undone just by a retraction. I think that like the negative outcome has already happened.